So, my name is Rachel Eldridge, and I am one of the ghosts, one of the violin playing ghosts in this performance. So, my ghost, I would say, is kind of one of the more secondary ghosts. Like, she's a strong character in the piece for sure. But I would say I'm almost like one of Catherine's, who is our choreographer, and the other ghost. I would say she's kind of more of the lead. And I'm there. This is in the piece itself. I'm somebody who's lived in that house for a while. And for me, it's just I don't even know how to describe it for sure, but it's my home. And when Rachel's character shows up, our other Rachel in the show, I'm not sure what we're gonna do about that. So I actually would say I do both pretty evenly. I started playing violin when I was 3, so a long time ago, and I've always loved it. I played in orchestras growing up, and then actually I did collaborate in the dance studio I grew up in on a violin and dance piece when I was in high school. So when Catherine reached out to me about this piece, I was like, oh, I'd love to do that again. That was a lot of fun. And then dance, I've been dancing since I was 4 years old. I started with ballet and tap and then added jazz, point, modern as the years went on. And I actually am still pretty active in both. I play violin professionally for different events around the Omaha area, mostly just freelance. Like I love to play for weddings and for funerals. That's just kind of my favorite type of ministry, and then performing arts altogether. And dance, I actually work as a music and dance teacher slash choreographer, a little bit of everything with a local nonprofit that puts on musicals in lower income schools. I would say this is actually something that's fun to tell people that with violin, I'd say if you start really young, and being a teacher myself for other performing arts things, I would say violin's one of the easier instruments to actually start learning at a young age. I don't know how it is if you're older, like I said, since I've played for a while. But actually, I'm at the point where if somebody asked me, okay, what was it like when you started the violin? I'd say, I don't know. I actually don't remember. I don't remember what it was like to not know how to play a violin. So I'd say that's something pretty cool, especially if people are talking about, hey, we want to get our kids started on something. I'd say start the violin young. It's a fairly easy instrument to teach little kids because they have like different sizes. Like if you were to see my little baby violin that I actually think my parents still have at their house, it's like this small and it's super cute. So I would say that it's just something that if you work on it for years, it comes to you very naturally. Yeah, it still feels hard at times, but yeah. Oh, that's so tough. Ballet is probably my favorite. It's close to my heart because that's the one I've done the longest. But I've taught tap for several years, so I also love that one. And then I love the storytelling element that comes with both modern and then musical theater, which I do a lot of for my job. So, but probably just ballet for the nostalgia factor. And it kind of, I will say ballet, if you get that centered training in it, you can kind of learn other dance styles from there too. So, because ballet really just teaches you how to stretch your body, how to use it, how to balance. Dance isn't just, people like getting up on stage and moving their bodies and having fun, which that's part of it. That's a big part of it. But dance can actually be used to tell a story. So I would suggest to anybody, if you go see a dance performance, especially like with this piece, watch the performers, watch like the emotions on their face, watch the emotions in their movement. Like we work really hard to express to the audience if we're angry, sad, happy, worried, like just depending on how we move our bodies. And as a performer, I want the audience members to be able to get lost in our story. So don't just think that you're coming to the show to see, pretty dancers. That can be part of it, but come ready to witness a story. And I think you'll be surprised.